Warchant TV, I'm Aslan Hajavandi. He is Corey Clark. We've got 2 full days now, 2 full practices of observation. Let's share them now, shall we? Let's start with offense. I think day 1, quarterbacks, it was a bit of a wash.
Right.
Looks like maybe, my observation, I think James Blackman does better on the deeper throws, which is something that I think we picked up on last season, but it seems like maybe DeAndre has a much better feel for the screen game, quick read game.
Getting out of his hands quickly. And again, it's 2 practices in, and there's a big caveat that half the receiving core isn't out there right now. So he's throwing to guys that maybe he won't throw to come the fall. But yeah, I mean, I would say DeAndre gets the ball out quicker, seems to be a quicker decision maker. But, you know, it's hard to say any of them look good. The defense, again, to me, kind of dominated the 7-on-7 stuff.
Right. And then when they went to team 11-on-11, I think the only touchdown that I remember was James Blackman with the screen pass. LeBourne released. Kalen LeBourne released up the middle,
right
and
down the middle of the field,
wide open, but he didn't botch it up. He made the throw. That was good. Otherwise, DeAndre showed good command, I think, in the team ability, throwing stuff out to the outside, getting things done quickly. Trayshawn Harrison, that's a new name. Freshman, people always want to have freshmen look. How did Trayshawn Harrison look?
I liked him a lot, man. I thought he moves. You can tell with the way he moves, man. There was a play he made. He actually didn't make the play, which is he did catch a touchdown pass, maybe the first time he went out there on. It's just receivers going against cornerbacks one-on-one. He made a really nice over-the-shoulder catch. But there was a play where the ball was thrown up in between a cornerback and a safety, and he made a move to get inside the cornerback and beyond the safety. Now, he didn't catch it because the ball was out of his reach, but it looked like Rashad Green with that kind of just smooth eel-like, you slither in between 2 eel-like.
Serpentine,
yeah. It was just really impressive for a kid that that was probably the first 30 minutes he had been with out here with this team. So that was really impressive, and you can see why Willie liked him so much. He seems to have a little something to him in just the way he moves.
Right. Some injury update stuff. Sounds like Tamori and Terry's going to be all right.
You hope, yeah. He said it was a calf strain, and those can linger. I mean, those aren't something you want to test. But again, I think that kid is so good that tell him to take the next 2.5 weeks off. Just, you don't want him to get hurt doing something else. Just make sure he's getting mental reps. I didn't see him much out here today, but make sure he's getting mental reps so he can be ready for Virginia Tech. But you know what that kid can do. Those coaches do. He needs reps, sure. But it could have been a lot worse, and a calf strain is good news.
Worst case was the way he was kind of clutching at the bottom of his leg. I'm like, don't be an Achilles, but it's a calf strain. DJ Matthews, we were told by Coach Willie Taggart, has got a little bit of a back issue. Expects him back relatively soon as well. Was there anybody else on the injury front? Emmett Rice is coming along. Yeah. Sounds like maybe he's not trusting his knee. Right,
but he expects him back, I think, pretty soon too. No, nothing injury-wise. I would say overall, again, the defense, I think, is way, way ahead of the offense, which is to be understood. I think tempers flared a little bit out here, which I think is kind of good. You want that. Yeah. It's a competitive spirit out here, man. They're talking, a lot of it is good-natured trash talk, but there are some times, because, when the offense scores a touchdown, the whole offense races down in the end zone to celebrate. Well, if you're a defensive guy, that kind of irks you a little bit. Just like when the defensive makes a pick 6 or an interception, they all go celebrate. So that, I think, fosters real competitive spirit. And there are a few altercations which happen in practice, which is fine. But I like how Willie handles them. Yeah. He makes them, at least the one we saw right there at the end, he made the 2 athletes hold hands and walk off the field together instead of throw blows. So that was interesting to see.
Yeah, that's one way to make things come together. And just before we go, the best players on defense are playing the best, it feels like. Levante Taylor looks really good. DeMarcus Christmas looks really good. Brian Burns.
Brian Burns was unblockable in the periods we saw in the 11-on-11. They just don't have anybody at right tackle that can stay in front of that kid, which is a good sign. Again, maybe not for Florida State's offense, but they're not going to face a lot of Brian Burns. But yeah, Taylor looks dynamite. He looks like he's one of the best players in the country.
All right, he's going to go do Seminole headlines. Then we'll reconvene. We'll do Wake Up Warchant.
I'm going to wipe the sweat off my brow. Don't touch me. What's the matter with you?
There's a lot up there. We'll see you guys later. Go to warchant.com. So much coverage on there for you for the rest of the day and throughout the week.